This year we decided to try our hand at a Rally X event at the FIRM in Starke, Florida. The day before the event, Daryl and I packed up at Roswell HQ and headed out to do a little test and tuning. The OHV trails out here are awesome. A lot of sugar sand, so it is wet, but there's still a lot of really good areas, even if it's following up a bad patch of rain. We had a little rock, paper, scissors.
1, 2, 3, go. Whoever wins gets the KRX. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Daryl's going to be racing the Razor and I'm going to be in the KRX. We're going to make some laps here through the woods and just kind of get a little warmed up. We're getting some seat time before we head out to the FIRM, set up camp, set up our pits, and get ready for tomorrow. Should be a good time. That night, we met up with Vlad at the FIRM and camped out in the paddock so that we would be there ready to go for tech inspection the next morning.
I'm just getting you talking. If you're gonna have to get used to that.
We're at the FIRM in Starke, and we're racing rally today.
The FIRM stands for Florida International Rally and Motorsports Park. They have road courses, rally courses, and obstacle courses where they train law enforcement, military personnel, and aspiring race car drivers. Big names like Travis Pastrana have gone through programs at the FIRM, and it was really cool to get out there and see what this place was all about. The Rallycross track was originally built when Nitrocross came through years ago. Ever since, the FIRM's been hosting their own series where they allow different classes of cars to come through and race on the same track as the pros. The fifth and final stop of the 2023 series was actually held in January of 2024 and allowed side-by-sides for the first time in several years. Our friend and Roswell Offroad driver Vlad Hamke had raced the Rallycross event out at the FIRM years ago. Normally, he races Ferrari challenge cars and offers a full-service race experience on private track days he does at the FIRM, Sebring, Homestead, and Daytona, just to name a few. Needless to say, he had quite a bit of seat time out at the FIRM, and we were really lucky to have him there to show us the ropes.
So the alignment is set up where we need to angle this tire that way, so we have more negative camber, so that it's usually running right here, and then when you're hitting the corners hard, then it runs here, not like it's running over here.
After passing tech inspection, we went back to the Roswell Offroad pits and geared up for our familiarization lap. This familiarization lap not only gave the drivers the chance to check out the course, but also gave our media team a chance to stake out where they wanted to be to make sure they were capturing the action throughout the day. After getting to check out some of the other rigs that were going to be racing that day, we realized we were definitely not set up for the type of terrain that this race was going to throw at us. This race threw every type of terrain the FIRM had to offer at us in a quick 2 laps. So you went from asphalt to dirt to gravel, and there was even a jump at the end, which was probably our favorite part.
I like the jumps. That's the fun part.
The staff at the FIRM did a good job giving us a heads up that side-by-sides like to end up on their roof a lot more than they like to keep the tires on the dirt.
Side-by-sides. Watch your speeds in the corners, especially if you're not used to driving those things fast on tarmac.
After the first few turns, we quickly realized why that caution was thrown out to the side-by-side crowd. There was quite a bit of carnage throughout the event, with people spinning out, one car setting on fire, and wheels in the air where they weren't supposed to be. With rigs set up more for rock crawling than racing, we were just out there to have a good time, but the pressure was definitely on Vlad. As Vlad's lap times closed in on the leading cars after the first 2 heats, you could feel the eyes on us in the paddock. Looking at the way his car was set up versus some of the Rallycross specific rigs, it was going to take pure skill to get him to the top.
What we're going to have to do is lower the suspension a little bit, maybe make some sway bar adjustments, maybe change the tire selection, and I think that's going to really make a big difference.
A little different than the other guys running shorter tire heights, more square setup, and then of course stiffening the suspension. So definitely learning some stuff. Looking forward to putting it to use next time around and seeing where we end up in on those future endeavors.
With the rest of us likely to only win the award for most body roll, we definitely needed Vlad to bring his fancy Ferrari tricks out here to the dirt. I believe it was Heat 4 when he posted the fastest lap time of the day, and I was watching from the stands after having a mechanical failure in the KRX.
All right, until the jump took out the front drive shaft, but other than that, it's fun.
Smooth is fast, and that dude was sending it. Man, am I glad we brought that guy. He looked like a true professional out there, staying consistent and smooth all day. His fastest lap time ended up holding, and his cumulative score ended up giving him the overall win. All this guy does is train, whether it's in the simulator, in the gym, or on the track, and it definitely showed. We can't wait for the next one.